We navigate crowded streets like this one every day. We possess incredible technology and instant global connectivity, yet alongside these achievements runs a widespread sense of internal exhaustion. Consider someone like Ethan. He represents millions of people today. He has a successful career and constant access to information, yet he feels paralyzed by anxiety and a persistent sense that something essential is missing. The modern reflex is to solve this unease by acquiring something external. However, relying entirely on the outside world for fulfillment creates a psychological vacuum, leaving the individual perpetually depleted. Thousands of years ago, spiritual traditions proposed that the primary source of human power originates as an untapped energy hidden within the body. Ancient mystics developed the concept of Kundalini, specifically to address the same internal depletion we now recognize as modern burnout. To understand this concept, we have to look past the modern wellness industry and return to the ancient centers of knowledge in India. The original Sanskrit texts establish a scholarly and rigorous framework for human psychology. These scholars used allegory to communicate complex ideas, describing this hidden energy as a sleeping serpent coiled at the base of the spine. The imagery represents human potential that remains dormant until the right conditions are met to activate it. Ancient texts identify absolute mental stillness as the catalyst for activating this dormant energy. Reaching that stillness requires the disciplined, daily training of the mind through focused meditation and controlled breathwork. This diagram illustrates the architecture of that process, mapping out a human spine with 7 distinct energy centers, known as chakras, stacked vertically from the base to the crown. During deep meditation, that coiled energy moves upward along the spine, sequentially activating each individual chakra point. Practitioners report consistent markers, a sudden rush of warmth, intense physical vibrations, and a psychological sensation of waking up from a dream. The consistency of these physical reactions suggests that a measurable biological event is taking place within the nervous system. Modern researchers are now using empirical observation to interpret the biological reality behind this serpent energy. This chart captures the neurological shift. It contrasts the erratic, high-frequency brainwaves associated with stress against the smooth, synchronized, low-frequency waves produced during deep meditation. These physiological changes correlate with a sharp drop in cortisol levels and the activation of brain regions responsible for sustained attention. Through modern tomography and neuroscience, we are finding data that supports the biological truths coded inside the ancient allegory thousands of years ago. A completed awakening establishes a permanent baseline shift towards stability and clarity. Lowering cortisol and synchronizing brainwaves moves the nervous system out of a reactive survival state. This physiological transition facilitates a more stable experience of inner peace and mental clarity. This shift allows a person to navigate their life trajectory from a foundation of calm connection, rather than reacting to the pressures of chronic exhaustion. Whether framed as a series of chakra activations or clinical neurological data, the resulting transformation of the human experience remains the same. The biological capacity for this transition exists within the human nervous system. Exploring that potential remains a significant personal adventure. The journey inward may be the greatest adventure of all.